Okay, round 5, we are 3-1. We lost a die roll. We have an interesting hand. We have Merchant, 2 lands and 3 imps in hand. I think it's a mulligan because with 3 imps in hand it will be quite hard to go off from one merchant. Like if this or this was another enabler, I would keep that, but right now it's too risky in my opinion. Okay, this like why I can't draw like human being. Okay, I think I will bottom bloody G's. Because if one dredger from the top, I will be able to go with ox. If you think what matchup is the most miserable one to play, this is mid. Okay. So in this matchup is very tricky to play, and in my guides, I was trying to write about it, but it was like 3 pages about one matchup. So I decided against putting it. What? Conflagrate, nice. So this is a strange dynamic because opponent does not have Lurus, so this means that they probably have Ashiok. Okay, we have chills. We have some chills, so we don't need to deal a lot of damage to them. Yeah, like you have Cacophony, I know, but let me resolve my triggers. Like they will actively give us dredgers and they will actively help us with our plan. Smery Corp. And another problem here is that opponent has surgical effects, and they can just exile our thing. Also, Crypt Incursion is a thing. Now we can conflict this crab and just go off from there, like with slow dredges. I kind of like this plan, that's why I will just secure my land drops. Also, it's kind of nice because like opponent can't go very hard with our plan. Okay, mid one. We can naturally draw. We can just dredge. If we dredge and set up this amalgam, it will be really good. So maybe it's okay to dredge for now, just to increase chances to return this amalgam. Because if we have any power on the board, we can stop dredging. We try. Okay, we have bloody G, which is great. To protect this bloody G from surgical effect, I will play fetch. Okay. And I will kick crab to stop opponent from doing mean things. I will probably discard Reunion Ox. I'll just dredge low and then try to stop dredging at all. Okay, so we have board. The only problematic card that can happen is Mind Furial. Whoa, it's a old school Field of Ruin. Yeah, that's why I didn't discard this land to have green if I really want to. flips me, sure. Conflagrate means that means nothing, to be honest. Oh, Reunion. Reunion is interesting. So we can try to go for the kill here. Just to go for Ox or Reunion to flip 2 out of 2 cheat, but that's kind of risky. It's probably better just to play a land to return creatures. Force opponent to have something. Not tap anything I don't need to. If opponent has like oh, 4 cards here. We need to have two effects to mill me. Like 2 archie traps can be enough. And other options like okay, yes one. Okay, that was strange. Like post cyber they have so much grave hate. Like like this is a nightmare to sideboard, to be honest. Like Ox helps because like we have a 5 drop we can just cast. We can also side out some dredgers because like opponent will dredge for us. Fun. So we can just cut 1 loam, 1 tag. Merchants are nice because they can attack. I like access because they can kill crabs, so you can stop their fast throws. There's an argument to side in Grudge to stop Mesmering Corpse and Ensnaring Bridges. I like Blood Moon effects a bit because especially maybe for game 3 on the play, because if the opponent don't expect it, we can just lock them out of the game. I like cheats, I like conflict, like it's nice to have effects like to not side out for example all chills, because like when surgical is much better. So maybe I can side out 1 amalgam. They want blast zone, that's a question. Like I have 1 land to cast amalgams. I can side out a fetch land to side in blast zone, side in 1 grudge and 2 access. Like don't copy paste it as a good line of to side in versus me, because every time I play versus me I have different approaches. Like kind of speaking, you should win game 1 because they don't have that many grave hit cards and they are actively helping with your plan. So as long as you are not dredging very hard, should be quite easy. But games post sideboards are. Opponent, please. Okay, so we have super shitty stuff. Mulligans means we have 1 more card in the library, so easy. Oh boy. We have to mull again. Okay, this is very good. Keep. Probably bottom to Oxes. Like I can't rely that opponent will mill me. So I will keep some horns action. Also you have Gemstone. Gemstone is super important because we can cast top deck amalgams. Okay, Ruin Crab. So opponent won't mess around here. Huh. Probably want to cast Conflag here. If they want to flip me, I will probably grab some lands. So I like the perfect line is that they mean me. I will cast low, turn free Conflag. But you know, it's not that easy. Okay. Oh boy. Please don't have surgical. I want to dredge. Probably. Yes. Two reasons. First, I want to set up a clock if I can. We'll see if opponent has surgical or not. And second, I want to have more lands. Also, like opponent can be super wanted to take you to let me decide, and if I decide to draw, they can just surgically on draw step. Like super unlikely. Okay, so we secured our land drops. We have clock. Now we'll play shitty game. So Crimson Incursion is a problem. Okay. Ja myślę wciąż o tobie. It's time to play a shitty game. So, just one dredge. This is a fine top deck. Still will go for Conflag here. Losing Gemstone is kind of shitty though. Casting Chills is a reasonable line here. Actually really good to be honest. Okay. Okay, we'll see if opponent is super tricky or not, if they want to block. They should, if they want to exile it with surgical, they should do it at my end of combat. Or they are not tricky or they don't have it. I will return Bloody G, this will return Amalgam. Ravnus Trap happens. But we have, like, this looks like a disaster, but actually it isn't, because like we still have Loam, and we have like Gemstone. Like, we are very fine at drawing naturally. Ty do mnie przyszłaś. The biggest problem would be probably counter here. Field of Ruin can also be a problem. Okay, so we still have 2 mountains, so we are kind of safe. We also have all duals ready. I still want to secure green. Maybe I shouldn't lose life here, but it probably won't matter at all. I'm using gemstone to reset my counters. Okay, that was strange. I'll play a fetchland. Playing fetchland is here to protect my bloody G's from Ravenous traps and surgicals. Mesmeric Orb is both cool and bad for us. Like cool because we can not dredge and have something. Like we can randomly flip like bloody G. Imp. Imp is interesting. You can cast it. But Dredge 5 is like too much. We just won't do anything. Shriekhorn. So we flipped one blood crypt, that's a problem. But we have long. Also we flipped only 2 cards, so we are stopping their blood Ravenous traps to do stuff. I want to cast Horn. I don't have any conflicts left, so cards in hand won't matter that much, and maybe there's a small chance that I would love to use it. Okay. Okay, second trap milled, so opponent probably has 3. Okay, I think it is a moment to dredge loam to make sure that I will keep my fetch land and be able to cast my cheese later. You know, it's not that okay. We have Grudge here. Grudge is kind of important. So 30 cards. Okay, I will dredge now. Okay, found Ox. Opponent has 2 cards. Okay, we'll see if I can resolve this one. Rastva. Maybe returning another fetchland is a reasonable thing to do instead of Forgotten Cave. Fuck! Okay, that happens. No worries, chat. Okay. I don't want to grudge now because opponent can have a Snaring Breach, and Snaring Breach is a bigger problem than the Mesmeric Orb. Opponent should be at 12. Mikokoro, sure. Great draw. Okay, now it's time to turn the corner because opponent can just draw cards and win. Okay. Happens. One has 3 cards, this is a lot. That's a problem. This lack of attack is a huge punt for my side. I would love to return this Bloody G, but there's a huge risk of. Okay, I think I have to do this. Like only thing that opponent can have is surgical. And creeping incursion, of course, but I can't play around it. I'm paying 2 to play around possible Mesmeric Orb or second main phase. Okay. I wasn't even playing around Ravnus Trap. We still have two chills in the deck. Okay, I want Dredge here. Okay, attack first because opponent can play a removal spell here somewhere. Okay, this is fine. Like losing Amalgam here is kind of bad. The opponent is meaning me probably. Okay, Bloody G is kind of nice because we'll be able to return Amalgam. Oh boy, 14 cards. It's not a lot if you ask me. opponent at 3, we return board. We have board presence, and we have chills in the deck, so opponent needs to have something to mill us, plus something to exile chill or gain life. Maybe I should side out Oxus in this matchup. I don't see any moment to cast them reasonably. Yeah, I should side out at X1 Ox. I also think that I should side in more removal for crabs, because crabs, like generally speaking, this matchup is all around Bloodgust, and crab is a very good response to Blood EG. Another crab, sure. For one. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you want to increase your, maybe not increase, but if you want to be better at Dredge Magic, you can check my Patreon called Sotek MTG. You can find the link below. And you can check my guide and sideboard guide and deck guide and sideboard guide to this deck. Thanks for watching and see ya.